I look for strong emotional intelligence, and you always hear about women being drama, but honestly, the only drama we ever had in CaliFlour was with the men.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
To overcome all these bias that is on the space, so you guys have 100 times more difficult. It's already difficult as it is, and now you have 90% more challenge because you have to deal with a lot of bias out there that we don't know why it exists in the first place, but it's definitely out there.
Yeah, I think women, I'm not going to speak negative about men. I will say the venture capitalists.
We are not bad people. We're just men.
Yeah, well, the venture capitalists, when I had my very first meeting with them, I went into the boardroom and there was 14 of them, 14 men,
Wow.
myself, and one other woman.
There
and
you
I
go.
learned later
There you
that
go.
I learned later that woman, and I was confident going in there. I was not scared. I knew my
I know
numbers.
you're not scared. This
I had
can
a
tell.
deck.
I know that you can handle it.
Yeah,
I know that you
but
can handle all of them. I know that.
I learned that they planted that woman. That woman wasn't part of the business. She was a girlfriend of one of the main
Wow.
owners.
They planted there. Wow.
They planted her because they thought it would make me feel more comfortable. And the thing is, I looked at her and I addressed her for questions, and I could tell she didn't know anything about the food industry. So I felt bad for her when I learned that she was a plant, because I said, "How do you work here? Like, what do you do?" Anyway, I felt bad for her. I thought it was very insulting to her, not to me, but to her. But I think I know for the women that are in my business, so the majority of the business of CaliFlour and the current business is women. We had a couple men, but mainly because I look for strong emotional intelligence, and you always hear about women being drama, but honestly, the only drama we ever had in CaliFlour was with the men. I hate to say that.
We
and
are
the
the
women
problem.
are just,
when
they're
you have a women team,
multitaskers.
yes, absolutely.
We can multitask. I typically think the men, at least the men that I've worked with, it's like do one thing, then move to the next, then to the next. Multitasking wasn't something that was really.
They are very assertive as well. With this, what I discovered working with women is that when something is not working, when they don't like, women will tell you straight away, Harry. I remember that when the guest I was saying, give me headache. Harry, look into this, look into this. I knew that when the guest tell me already 3 times to look into this, I really need to look into this because there was something fundamental wrong. With the men, we are like, that's okay. So women, in my experience, they won't let that happen. They're very assertive.
Yeah, I think that women have really strong discernment skills as well. So men can be swayed by macho other men that flash their fancy cars or what have you. A great example of this is I was in a mastermind called the 100 Mil Mastermind, Joel Marion, Dan Fleshman Mastermind. I sent my husband because I couldn't go to an event. So I sent him in place, and he was wooed by this guy named Aaron Wags, and very much wooed by what Aaron was saying, what he was doing. He was an ex-professional football player, all this stuff. The next thing I know, my husband's coming home and he's like, we're going to invest $500,000 in this Montana property that Aaron Wags and Wags Capital is doing. Well, we did that. I wanted to honor what my husband felt.
Yes.
But you know what? Aaron Wags got arrested last year by the FBI for taking investor money and paying other investors off with it, and also buying a private jet. That money is gone. Like, we lost that money. Yeah. But my husband was swayed by the macho, the bragging on stage about what Aaron Wags said about Wags Capital. And I'm calling him out because he's hurt a lot of people. But it's a small example of, if I had been there, I can almost guarantee I would have had the discernment to say, no, there's something different about this, and we
I
need to
mean,
research
you
it
have
more.
experience how to analyze risk, and I think the
Well, I think in women
how to mitigate risk
we're more
more than
sensitive and less
yeah.
wooed and less swayed by fancy shiny objects. Or at least
Mm.
I am. Like those guys on the internet that are showing their sports cars and all this stuff. Like that doesn't I want to see your numbers. I want to see your bank account. I think you rented that. I don't think it's real. So, anyways, I think the discernment is there for women. Um Probably women are less trusting too. I think so. You really got to prove yourself, I think. But yeah, I believe women are
Well, there is something
great
fundamental.
business
There is
owners.
something fundamental that we have the pleasure to meet John Gray. He sold 50 million books. He wrote this book, Women
Yeah.
Are for Men Are from Mars and Women Are from Venus, I think something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did meet him personally, and he did tell me this, Harry. You They are different. You're different. Men are different to women. I can tell you, I saw 50 million books on the topic.
Yeah.
However, when you have business, so what it means, what John Gray means is that when you have a business, you need to maximize the potential of everyone. And if you have somebody, if you have made which have some skills and some views how they mitigate risks and how they behave, and then you have women on the other hand. Well, how can you maximize? My team was not only women, was not only mainly women. It was most of them were women, and then we have few men. Yeah. However, you as an entrepreneur, as a founder, you have to know how to create that culture and how to get the most out of them. And I did notice that when I'm in the 0 to 1 million, you start and you grow in a company, you really need your team to talk to you directly and tell you what is wrong with your product, what is wrong with your client, what is wrong
Yeah.
with this, what is wrong,
Absolutely.
so you
And
quickly can fix it. I
you need
did
to be
find that
willing to
women, yeah,
hear.
yeah.
Yeah. Hear
Look,
them without an ego.
women, when you ask women to go out, they tell you, no, I don't want to go out with you. I say, why? Because you're ugly. They will tell you straight away.
Oh,
They will tell you straight away.
it's not
Yeah. So I've been,
nice.
well, but this is what it is. They're very assertive, and for business, it's brilliant. So I will encourage. I mean, I think that there is a lot of work that we have to do in terms of bringing more business to more women in business
I agree.
in all the spaces. I think that the whole society is missing out. Yeah, and
Yeah, I agree.
you are a great example. So I encourage you to keep talking
Thank you.
to women, keep encouraging women, keep being a good role model for women. I really appreciate that you brought your team back in this new product, and
Yeah.
you're back in the game in the food industry. So, what
Yeah.
message to conclude? What message do you have for female wannabe entrepreneurs? The other part of the spectrum is that we have a lot of women in corporate listening this broadcast, and they are all just dreaming to be you. They just
Oh,
dreaming to live the
well,
comfort of this job, that they are unhappy. They're spending a lot of hours. They only have 3 weeks or 4 weeks of holiday, and they now they need to take all this big money that they make and go to for a for a month to be in a luxury holiday, and then go back to be time poor and cash rich, and
yeah.
situation, and which is and they are all looking forward to have your life. They do have the skills. They're very clever. They just have the fear to. I mean, if you can do it, I think anyone in a corporate America can actually.
Yeah.
Women can become an entrepreneur. I do believe
Yeah.
that. So, what message do you have for all women listening this broadcast that I think they're thinking they're coping with life, and they don't take this step to start their own business?
Yeah. So I think for women and men too, I think the biggest thing is to believe in yourself and to never stop. It's like Tom Brady. I heard him in an interview, and I mean, he's the GOAT, right? GOAT. He said many times he failed, but he didn't let the failure stop him. He kept moving forward, and that hard work will beat talent every day. You have to outwork them. That's it. And I think for women, like, don't let your emotions get in the way. You can do it. Be around other women. Women want to help women, just like men help men, men help women. People want to help you. Accept the help, move forward, never give up. I also have 2 tools. Now, I'm going to offer this for your people, your listeners, male or female. I take care of my own Instagram. It's Hey Amy Lacey, not Hey Hay, like the hay you eat. It's Hey Amy Lacey, HeyAmyLacey. If you DM me, I take care of my own Instagram, and I will send you my SWOT analysis, which is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. I use it a little bit differently to make decisions. It really helps guide me. It's kind of an internal compass, external compass, so to speak. And then I also am embracing new technology, which can be scary to women and men. So I have an AI cheat sheet that's really helping me right now. So I'd love to send your audience the SWOT analysis I use and the AI cheat sheet, whether they're male or female. They just have to DM me, say they heard your podcast and they want the business tips, and I'll be happy to send that. And thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. We went quite long, but good stuff. And thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your story. I think women are very vulnerable, but you were vulnerable. You were vulnerable today, and I love it.
Thanks to you, Amy. So keep becoming a role model for women entrepreneurs in such a competitive space like the food industry. And here from Unstoppable Podcast, we are rooting for you. And
thank you. And take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself too. So you need good supplements. Because the food industry is lacking. So look up Soursop Nutrition too.
Absolutely. So how can we look after it? Can you tell us the website, how the process works? Share it with us, please.
Soursopnutrition.com to get your products, and we have a discount code for you, which my team will give you, and you can put it in the notes. You definitely want to be consuming Soursop on a daily basis. And the shakes that we have are full of vitamins, every vitamin possible. Plus we use Irish sea moss. We have electrolytes because you should be hydrated all the time.
Absolutely.
You should have the right amount of sodium, not too much. And then we also have the gummies, which are a daily immunity booster. Basically, it boosts immunity, like crushes airborne. It does so well. So for weight management, immunity boosting, cell regeneration, our products are amazing. And you will feel so good that you're never going to want to quit, and you're going to become successful at whatever you do. I can almost
guarantee it's going to give you the energy, yeah?
Then you will have the energy.
That will be your testimonial. Hey, make a million. I have so much energy because I'm...
Thank you for the Soursop. Google the fruit and you'll see how powerful the fruit is. And for the price of one piece of fruit, we have a month's worth of supplements, and they're good. The gummies taste delicious. So do the shakes. So do the electrolytes.
Definitely, you're an authority on this space, so you do know what you're talking about. And I wish you the success, and for all of you listening.
Thank you.
The Unstoppable Podcast, and follow us in our social media and Spotify and Apple. See you in our next episode of Unstoppable, how brave entrepreneurs like Amy break that wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Thank you so much.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.